Daniel Jones had a press conference yesterday. He was eyes wide open to everything happening around him and the conversation with the team.
Damn.
He was asked about them potentially taking a quarterback in the first round. Here's his answer.
Would you feel if the Giants used their first-round pick
Bright-eyed, bushy tail
on a quarterback, and have they looped you in at all to the possibility
Bruce,
that they might do that and bring in a challenger for your job?
Yeah, I mean, my focus is what I'm doing here with my rehab. Kind of the same thing with Saquon. It's the nature of our business. It's a competitive league, so the best way to handle that, I think, is to focus on what I'm doing, focus on myself, and making sure that I'm one, healthy, and then ready to play good football. So that's what I can control. That's what I can do to help myself.
Hell yeah, great answer there out of Daniel Jones. Mike Tomlin says don't blink. I want to keep the eyes open. Certainly did that. Gase had a press conference whenever he came in for the Jets. How about old Dano down at the Carolina Panthers GM?
Yep.
He looked like he maybe gnawed on something that kept his eyes wide open.
Yeah.
What's Daniel Jones doing? He's just jacked up, you think, whenever he's talking like that? Because it's hard to get past how creepy his eyes look every single word he's saying.
Yeah, every time I've watched that, I've watched it a couple times this morning, it just kind of reaffirms the fact that guy cannot be your quarterback. you cannot go into the season with that guy as your quarterback.
They're paying him $40 million.
I don't care. Eat it, Mara. Just eat it. Burn it, and go get a quarterback. That is. What's he going to do when he sees a rush coming at him?
Well, he sees it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
he's seen the field better now than ever.
Look at this. They got a spotlight on his eyes?
Come on,
Bruce,
guy.
what the hell is going on with your quarterback there? Now, I appreciate the way he, handled the question and the answer. Yeah. He understands the reality of the situation. What the hell's going on over there at the New York Football Giants PR? They got this guy looking like he is.
I'm worried.
Out of his mind.
I'm worried about the guy. I just hope everything's okay. I guess, maybe he is just locked in, laser focused. But unsettling stuff, really.
Unsettling stuff, says Bruce, the Giants fan who's been through it for a while now. And Daboll, we see him in his antics. Mm-hmm. He gets to see Dan Jones behind us. You try talking to this guy, his eyes are bugging.
Exactly.
Like the Howard Stern show, they got that guy, whatever his name is, where his eyes just pop out of his head or whatever. Yep. That's what our quarterback is. Nobody knows that. He went to Duke. They think he's a big, smart guy. He's big, strong, fast. He's drinking beers with Zach Bryan, singing songs. He's maybe a ping pong player on the internet. Nonetheless, whenever I look at this guy, it freaks me out because he's not blinking and his eyes are touching my eyeballs. And we're standing 3 feet away. What the hell is going on with Daniel Jones? You think he could be a winning quarterback in the NFL? Ooh. There's glimpses of it, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he was being compared to Andrew Luck, who we got to see.
Yep.
He's back, Chuck Strong, raising money for the IU cancer.
Horrible comparison.
Well, that's what they say, because he's big, strong, fast, smart. That's what everybody said.
Yeah.
And there's moments where he's running and he looks, like the...
And he's a white guy.
You nailed it.
Okay.
Let's just come on.
I see it now.
Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't put my finger on it.
Yeah. but I think that's the one.
That's one of them there. All right, good. But they were, there's those moments where he's running faster than everybody else on the field. Uh-huh. There's moments where he's making good decisions. But then there's him missing broadside of a barn.
Yeah.
Then there's him throwing a pick. Then there's a fumble or a giveaway that's taking place. At this stage in his career, do we know? Do we not know? Do they need to move on? And when you see his eyes that wide open, you think he's more locked in and focused than ever before?
I mean, no. The potential is one thing, and he has all those tools, like you mentioned, the athleticism, the arm, obviously the brain coming from Duke and the coach there. But no, I don't see it at this point. In the beginning of his career, it was the turnovers, fumbling in the pocket a bunch, throwing picks. Now he hasn't been able to stay healthy. You got to be able to stay healthy and be available for your team. Schraig's draft got him, jumping up there, getting JJ in the top 5, who's been hot this whole kind of offseason. That was surprising. The other thing surprising from that mock draft was Neighbors being the third receiver off the board behind Rome. That was surprising to me as well. So it'll be interesting.
I think the Colts. I think the Colts are getting Neighbors, which is sick.
Yeah,
all these draft mocks, have their thing. Mm-hmm. Jim Irsay might legitimately say, "I want Marvin Harrison Jr."
Yeah,
and just what do we need to do? Well, we need to get up to probably 4. Sweet, we're doing it.
Do it.
Hey, Chris, we need to get up there. You think Marvin Harrison's playing for anybody else but the Indianapolis Colts? And nobody's accounting for that.
Yeah.
Like Jim Irsay right now, from what we're hearing, in a good spot, good place, that. And we love to hear it. Hey, baby, Jim.
Hell yeah.
Go on, Jim.
But what if Jim on draft night just decides to walk his ass in there with a couple of his boys? Mm-hmm. We've been talking, Chris. Marvin Harrison Jr. is playing for the Colts. And then all of a sudden, all these draft boards that might have some information from some scouts that have been in meetings completely out the window. Because all of a sudden the person that owns the team is like, that's cute. Thank you for all your hard work. I understand what you're doing. He's up on the ring of, I don't know if you see, his dad is right up there. And then he did an interview at the Combine where he's wearing blue Louis Vuitton shoes and said he wishes he was playing in here. It's like, yeah, that's what we're doing. You know, those are things that can change. They have us taking a wide receiver, which is sweet. I'll be excited to see how it all pans out. Daniel Jones, though, awesome presser, dude. I'm happy you're jacked up. I'm happy you're wide open.
Rooting for him.
I am too. I'm rooting for everybody.